Alrighty, so let me tell you a great way to remember point of view. And anytime you're trying to remember, you just think about this hallway. So we have our typical school hallway where Sam and Ronnie have gotten into a fight. And we don't know what started it yet, but when these two start fighting, obviously we got to separate them. And we put them in two different rooms, and the principal walks in and asks Sam and Ronnie, guys, what happened? And Sam starts talking and says, look, I was just standing in the hallway talking with my buddy John, minding my own business. I wasn't hurting anybody. And Ronnie just hauled off and started hitting me. That dude is crazy. That's a first person point of view, right? He's telling you what he saw, what he experienced, what he felt, nothing else. So then we go and we ask Ronnie what happened. And Ronnie says, I was walking down the hall. I saw Sam and John talking, and they were talking about me. And I heard them trash talking me. And one of them gave me a dirty look. And I just had enough. And so I started pushing him. And that's when Sam threw the first punch, and I punched back. Now, both of those stories have some similar features. In both stories, we know Sam and John were talking, and we know that Ronnie came over to them. But the problem with first person at times is that people lie. People tell their own versions of the story. So it's not always the most reliable side. So first person are the people that were involved in the fight. They can tell you what they were thinking, what they were feeling, and what they experienced, but they can't tell you everything else. Then we have John, Lisa, Michael, all these people just chilling out in the hallway. Michael's having a really bad day, but John and Lisa, they're just shocked by this fight. And we pull them aside and we ask them what happened. And first John says, look, I was just chatting with Sam about this party that we were going to go to this weekend. And Ronnie came over and started yelling and threw punches. And Lisa says, I was walking down the hall. I saw Sam give Ronnie a dirty look. And then Ronnie started punching Sam. Now, those points of view are third person limited. They can tell you what happened because they witnessed it. They're a witness to a story, and they can tell you the basis of what they know, what they were thinking and feeling, but they cannot tell you what the other people in the hallway are thinking and feeling. They only know what they can witness themselves. Sometimes this could have bias in it. That means where they lean towards one side or the other, or they show favoritism. So if John wanted, let's say Sam had thrown the first punch, if John wanted, he could say, we were just minding our own business. And he could say whatever Sam says as well, because that's his friend and he wants to cover his tracks. So you have to be careful with that. Now, what none of these people in this hallway know, how would they know, is that little Bobby chilling over in the corner by the bathrooms is psychic. He can read minds. He represents our third person omniscient point of view. He can tell you not only what happened, but what people were thinking and feeling. So he might say, well, Sam and John were talking about a party this weekend, and they were talking about how they weren't going to invite Ronnie because they were tired of him because of what happened last time. But Ronnie has been feeling really left out lately and really depressed, and when he heard them talking about this party and he knew he wasn't going to be invited, he just snapped. And so when Sam looked over at him, Ronnie really thought that he was making a dirty face, but he wasn't. And that's when Ronnie went over and pushed him, and they started fighting. Now notice, Bobby can tell you not only what happened and what he witnessed, like everyone else, but he's able to tell you what the characters are thinking and feeling. He's that psychic. He's the know-it-all. That's the one that a lot of people tend to trust the most because they know everything. So next time you're asked what point of view is it, try and figure out, is it Sam and Ronnie in the middle that's in the fight and they're actually telling you what happened to them? That's first person. Is it John, Lisa, or Michael that are just the witnesses and they're standing by telling you what they noticed? That's third person limited. Or is it Bobby, know-it-all Bobby over in the corner, who is third person omniscient and can tell you everything that happened?